What's up, everybody? It's DSP, and this is going to be my last channel update before I'm officially out of here to participate in the Super Battle Opera qualifiers in Nashville, Tennessee. Now, I know I've been talking about this for months and months. There's been tremendous build-up, and some people might not know what I'm talking about because maybe they didn't check out all my previous channel updates. So let me put it in a nutshell. This is a competition for the game Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. This game has been out since the 90s. It's pretty much considered the perfect version of Street Fighter, the best version overall by pretty much, every pro gamer. And what this tournament is we're looking for the best 3 Super Turbo players in the country. And it's going to be 3 separate double elimination tournaments, and whoever wins each tournament basically locks a spot on a team that will have part of their trip to Japan paid for by the proceeds of this tournament. But basically what happens is you will get a spot in the Super Battle Opera qualifier in Japan. Now, Super Battle Opera, also called Togeki, is a tournament that they hold once a year in Japan. It's basically considered almost like the nationals of arcade fighting games, meaning all the games are played on arcade cabinets. And Super Turbo is there this year. Super Turbo is actually the game that I'm the best at. Overall, of all fighting games, definitely the game that I'm the best at. I've placed at multiple tournaments. I've won multiple tournaments, including Evolution qualifiers for the game. And we've been practicing pretty hardcore, at least once a week when we can, over the past couple of months. I don't even want to say couple, probably 3 to 4 months at this point. My friend Howard even purchased an arcade cabinet to play on, and we've been really digging in, and we feel like we're ready. So, bottom line, here's what's going to happen over this coming week. Tomorrow, which is Thursday, the July 22nd, Rambo and I will be flying out to Nashville, basically just kind of feeling out the area, picking up our rental car. Howard's going to be flying in a little bit later that night. He wasn't able to get an earlier flight because of his work. But basically, it's just going to be kind of messing around, and we will be documenting everything. We'll be recording everything that we're doing during this weekend, including when when we're landing, the airport, all kinds of things in Nashville, everything leading up to the tournament event, including practicing and things like that. And the actual tournament event itself, will be recording matches. And then actually, the tournament is on Saturday. Friday we're going to primarily spend in the arcade practicing. Saturday during the daytime and afternoon is the tournament itself. And then Sunday we have free. So Sunday we're actually going to go out into Nashville and explore the city and hopefully get some really good food and absorb some culture, and we'll be videotaping all of that for you. As for if we're going to be uploading videos during the actual weekend, that really depends on the quality of the internet that we get at the hotel that we're staying at. It's supposed to be a pretty decent hotel. They claim they have internet that's supposed to be high speed, but as you know, if you're a traveler like me, that can be completely hit or miss. Some hotels have really, really good internet, and I have been able to actually upload footage during a tournament before. Other times, it's just horrendous internet, and you can't do it. So we'll see what happens. We'll feel it out. If not, worst case scenario, that footage will be uploading Monday and Tuesday when I return from Nashville. But anyway, what I will do, since I know a lot of you are interested, a lot of you want to see how we do, there's 2 different ways that you can basically find out. The first way is that John Rambo has actually created a Twitter account just for this occasion. It's Super John Rambo, literally just the word Super John Rambo. That's his Twitter account. He's going to be updating it all throughout the weekend with our status of what we're doing, where we are, what's going on. And so go ahead and check that out. He's already up right now, and he will be updating that. It's a way for you guys to communicate with us during the weekend, since obviously there's no live communication. In addition to that, there's more than likely going to be a stream of the tournament itself on Saturday. They're going to try to do it. The issue is that right now they don't know if they can get a landline internet into the place. They said there's wireless internet, and obviously for streaming, who knows how good wireless internet's going to be. It could suck ass. But they're going to try. So what I'm going to do is, on this video, look in the video description, I'm going to put the actual forum address at shoryuken.com where you can get all the details about this tournament. I'd love to meet some fans and viewers out there if you can make it out, and definitely if you like Street Fighter, I encourage you to participate. Not necessarily in the SBO qualifier, because that's a pretty expensive entry fee. I think it's $30 a person, because they're really trying to raise money for the winner to afford the trip to Japan. But there's also a Super Street Fighter 4 tournament and a Tekken 6 tournament that are going to be taking place, and I personally will be taking part in the Super Street Fighter 4 tournament as well. And I encourage everyone, if you've never been to a tournament, head out, meet some cool people, see what it's all about. Like I said, I'm more than happy to meet any fans, shake your hand, and just say hi, hang out, and play a couple games. So that's that in regards to what our plans are for the weekend. A couple other things that have happened. Jason Wilson, who's the person who's organizing this tournament and is running it, basically there's two surprises. The first surprise is that we just heard like last minute that there might be some seriously good Super Turbo players from all over the country that are showing up. In particular, there's a rumor that 2 players from LA are flying out. LA, California, Los Angeles, California. And that really leaves it open to interpretation. It could be someone like Jason Cole, who, by the way, Jason Cole was spotted talking shit about this tournament on Justin Wong's Twitter account, I believe, either that or his Facebook page, and basically saying, DSP, oh, he sucks, you better look out, I'm coming to this event and I'm going to kick his ass. Yeah, right, Jason, I'd love to see you come out so I could whoop your ass and humiliate you in front of everyone. But so come on, bring your ass out here, you old man, bring your walker and your cane and your Metamucil and your Depends so you can actually stay at the arcade for one day and not have to constantly be leaving. But anyway, also, if there's a second person from LA, it's totally up in the air. A lot of people are seeing rumor it's Afro Legends, who is one of the best Super Turbo and HD Remix players in the country. If that's the case, that could be pretty interesting. We could have some really interesting competition on our hands that we weren't counting on. But I'm still feeling pretty confident. I know I've practiced a lot on cabinet. I'm going to get into the groove of practicing on these cabinets, and I'm really not too worried. So we'll see what happens. But that's really cool. If we can get a variety of players from all over the country to show up who really didn't talk about it, and now they show up last minute, this tournament has the potential to be awesome. So we'll see what happens in that respect. And then in addition to that, Jason Wilson was telling me that he's been training a lot of his local players in Nashville to be really good at Super Street Fighter 4. And don't get me wrong, Jason Wilson is a pro Street Fighter player, always has been. Back in the 90s, he was a champion. He always placed top in any tournament he went to. He's really solid, even though he doesn't necessarily play competitively anymore. He's a good player. So when he tells me that he trains his locals, it makes me think, hey, they're probably pretty good. And he actually bet me that if I enter this tournament for Super Street Fighter 4, that I was going to go 0-2. And I said, fine, I'll bet any amount of money. Here, he wanted me to bet 20. I said, I'll bet 50 bucks. Fuck it. I know I'm not going 0-2 in this tournament. And then he thought about it for a second. He said, wait a minute. To do that, I'd actually have to rig the brackets to give you 2 good people. And he's not the kind of guy that would rig brackets. He's a legitimate guy. He's always run really straightforward, good tournaments. So he says, forget that. I'll bet you this. I'll have you, try to line you up to play some of the best players from this area in tournament. And if you can't get them in tournament, then we'll play side money matches. Were you willing to do that? I said, absolutely, I'll play whatever you can throw at me. And he says, all right, well, guess what? One of the players I'm going to throw at you is a 14-year-old boy. And I was like, okay, fine. I don't fucking care how old or young or whatever they are. I don't care. Throw them my way. And he's really was talking some shit. He was like, yeah, I know your gameplay. And, these kids, these guys that I've been training are going to beat your ass and all that. So we'll see what happens. It's kind of cool. It's kind of like a Nashville versus DSP challenge where he's going to get his best players to try to step up to play me in Super Street Fighter 4 and see how it goes. I guess we'll see when I get there, right? Could be interesting, an interesting side event if there's some downtime or whatever going on during the tournament. So that's pretty cool. So that's pretty much it. This entire weekend is going to be SBO related. I will be in Nashville, either playing or touring the town and basically just having some fun. This is pretty much my first official vacation of the year. I really haven't done much besides take days off here or there to do some video games. Playthroughs and things like that. So this is really my vacation. If I win, again, if I win, it would be awesome because that means I get a spot on the Team USA to go to Super Battle Opera and represent our country in Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. It's something I've always wanted to do, and now is my chance to finally do it on arcade cabinet, authentic Super Turbo, the game that I love, and it would be amazing. And then obviously if that happens, the Super Battle Opera tournament itself is in September, so in 2 months you guys will see me basically flying out to Japan, but I'm not going to give you details on that until I actually qualify, so no reason to get your hopes up about that until it happens. But anyway, follow along with us, Super John Rambo at Twitter. Check, like I said, the thread description here. If there is a stream, and I do happen to get the address of where the stream is, I'll also try to make a quick video about it if my internet's good enough to do so, and I'll try to get footage up all weekend. Again, if the internet is good enough to do so, we're not sure if it will be or not. So that's it. I pretty much covered everything from end to end, and wish us luck. We've been practicing our asses off. We're really serious about doing this. We're ready this year. We can afford the trip. At least somewhat. We're hoping that obviously there are enough people enter this tournament that a significant amount of the cost of our plane tickets can be paid. From what we've been looking, plane tickets are now over $1,000. They're almost $1,500 round trip. which is just blowing our fucking minds because obviously that's going to be a really fucking expensive trip. So we'll see what happens. But anyway, thanks for the support. Hope to hear from you guys this weekend. Hope to see some of you at the tournament. Wish us luck, and I will see you with results.